If you're like me, someone who likes playing video games but has never touched a D&D dice in their life, you might be wondering, should you play Baldur's Gate with no D&D experience? For those who just want the short, quick answer, yes, you probably should. Well, it took me some time to get up to speed. Overall, it wasn't that challenging, so long as you approach it correctly. For those who want a little bit of longer explanation, please keep watching. A little bit of background on myself. I never intended to play Baldur's Gate 3 right when it came out. In fact, I didn't even really think about the game until about a month before it was released. I'm the type of player who waits years to play a game, but given all the hype that was surrounding the game, and I had some free time on my hands, I decided to see what the fuss was about. While I generally like RPG-like games, I have zero experience playing Dungeons & Dragons, which Baldur's Gate 3 is based on, so it made me a little bit nervous. Was all that nervousness warranted? Yeah, a little. This game is just huge. There are so many ways to customize your character that you could just spend days doing that. If you've already played D&D, then you likely know what the difference is between a wizard and a sorcerer, but for the rest of us, we probably need some time to figure that out. This can be a huge issue for someone like me because when I play an RPG, I like to make as close to optimal character as I can. Then, even when you start playing, there are so many items, spells, and references to sort out, it can feel a little bit overwhelming. Characters would make references to things like Avernus, Faerun, or AO, as if that means something to me. It did help to find a few YouTube videos to fill in a little bit of the backstory, and I'll link a few of those at the bottom, but overall, it was still quite confusing. But after about 90 hours committed into this game, I can tell you, it's pretty good. You can tell that it's well thought out and very deep. While I can't always do everything that I want to, the options do seem pretty open-ended, and there are lots of ways to solve any particular puzzle. Your choices definitely have consequences, and I respect that in a game. The story is decent, maybe not as amazing as some have made it out to be, but I think it's still pretty good. It's definitely worth your time to invest in this game, but just be prepared to spend a lot of it, which isn't really a bad thing. The biggest bit of advice for those of you who are like me is to experiment a little bit, save often, and don't feel guilty about it, and don't try to be perfect. This will make the whole thing go a lot better. I would love to hear from any of you who are like me, playing this game but have never played D&D before. How's your experience been? Or how many of you are on the fence of playing, but not sure because of the D&D background you fear you need? Please leave all your thoughts and comments below.